the night I escaped room 317. My name is Lena, and before you ever stay in a hostel, hotel, dorm, or any place with bunk beds, ask about the room first, because some rooms aren't empty, they're just waiting. I learned that the hard way in room 317. I moved into Hawthorne Women's Hostel during my second year of college. It was cheap, close to campus, and honestly the only place I could afford on short notice. The building looked older than the photos online. Tall ceilings, long hallways, dim lights that buzzed softly. When the manager handed me the key, he hesitated, just for a second. "You'll be on the third floor," he said. "Room 317. He didn't smile when he said it. I thought maybe he was just tired. Now I know better. The room itself looked normal. 2 bunk beds, a desk, a wardrobe. But there was one strange thing. The wall behind the beds had been repainted many times. Too many times. Like someone had tried to cover something up. I chose the bottom bunk. I've never liked sleeping high up. That decision probably saved my life. My roommate arrived that evening. She introduced herself as Maya. She had messy hair, a tired smile, and 2 heavy suitcases. "Sorry if I'm loud," she said while unpacking. "I move around a lot at night." I laughed. I sleep like a rock. If only that had been true. The first few days were normal. Classes, cafeteria food, late night phone scrolling. But Maya barely left the room. She didn't go to classes, didn't meet friends. She just stayed there, sometimes staring at the wall behind the beds, listening. At first, I thought she was just shy. Then the nights started. The first time I woke up at 3:12 a.m., it felt like someone had shaken me. The room was freezing, and Maya was sitting upright in the top bunk, perfectly still, looking down at me. "Did you hear that?" she whispered. "Hear what?" She listened for a few seconds, then slowly lay back down. Never mind. But after that, it happened every night. 3:12, exactly. Like something in the room had an alarm clock. At first, she just listened. Then she started whispering back. That's when I got scared, because sometimes she used my name. "No," she would whisper into the dark. "Lena's not ready." One afternoon, I asked the receptionist about the building. Her smile disappeared immediately. "You're in 317? I nodded. She lowered her voice. "Most girls request to move out of that room." "Why?" She hesitated, then said something strange. "Because sometimes the room remembers." That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept watching the clock. 3:10, 3:11, 3:12. The whispering started. But this time, I heard it too. 2 voices. Not Maya, not me. 2 girls arguing quietly, right behind the wall. "Please," one voice cried. "We're still inside." The other voice sounded angry. "They replaced us." My chest felt tight. "Maya, do you hear that?" She nodded slowly. "They've been talking for years." Years. That word stuck in my head. "How do you know?" She didn't answer. The next day, I searched online. 22 years ago, the building had been a boarding house. There was a fire. Room 317 was where it started. 2 girls died, trapped. One in the top bunk, one in the bottom. The fire report said something strange. Witnesses heard knocking inside the walls during the fire, like someone had been trapped there, alive, for a while. I tried to switch rooms. The manager said none were available, but his expression told me something else, almost like he expected this, like everyone eventually asked. That night, the room felt different, heavy, like the air was thicker. Maya was unusually quiet. Then she asked me something strange. "Do you believe places can remember pain?" I shrugged. "I don't know." She stared at the wall. "I think they replay it." 3:12 came again, but this time no whispers anymore. Crying, scratching, something dragging inside the wall. Then a voice spoke clearly beside my bed. "You're sleeping in my place." My mattress sank. like someone had sat down. I jumped up screaming, but Maya looked confused. What happened? You didn't hear that? No. And that's when I realized something horrifying. The voices were getting closer to me. Then the scratching moved, inside the wall, upward, toward the top bunk. Something heavy climbed onto the bed above us. The mattress bent, slowly, but Maya was standing next to me, meaning someone else was there, something invisible, something burned. The smell of smoke filled the room. My chest tightened, and suddenly Maya grabbed my arm, hard. They know now. Know what? Her eyes were wide with panic. You can hear them. The lights flickered, and 2 black handprints appeared on the wall, burned into the paint, right where the bunk beds touched it. Then came the first twist. A loud banging started in the hallway. Footsteps, voices, someone shouting, fire alarm test. But Maya looked terrified. No, she whispered. They don't like alarms. The banging inside the wall became violent, angry, desperate. The door slammed. The lock twisted by itself, and something grabbed my ankle, ice-cold fingers, pulling me, dragging me toward the wall. I screamed. Maya tried to pull me back. They're trying to switch. Switch what? But deep down, I already knew. The room needed 2 girls, like before. Then the second twist happened. Maya suddenly froze, listening. Then she whispered something that made my blood run cold. They're saying my name. Why? Her voice cracked. Because I was here before. I stared at her. What? I lived here last year. My stomach dropped. They didn't let me leave. The wall behind the beds cracked slightly, and a burned face slowly pushed through the plaster. Eyes wide, mouth black with smoke. You stayed, it whispered to Maya. Now she stays too. I kicked as hard as I could. My foot hit the wall, and suddenly something inside it screamed. Not angry, pain, real pain. The grip on my ankle loosened. At the same moment, the hallway alarm blared loudly again, and for a second, everything in the room stopped. Maya shoved me toward the door. Run! I unlocked it and sprinted down the hallway, barefoot, half screaming, half crying. I didn't stop until I was outside the building. But the final twist didn't happen until later. When the police checked the records, they told me something strange. Maya had lived there last year, but she had moved out months ago. No one had seen her since. They assumed she transferred schools, but there was something even worse. When they inspected room 317, they found 3 sets of nail scratches inside the wall. Not 2, 3. Which means that night, when I escaped, someone else took my place. And sometimes, at exactly 3:12 a.m., I still wake up smelling smoke, because part of me is terrified that one day the room will remember me again.